The meme coin market is thriving right now, particularly in the pre-sale realm. I mean, we're seeing Solaxy, BTC Bull Token, and Pepedu actually make millions of dollars in their pre-sale, and they actually have good utilities to support them. So today we're going to be talking about Pepedu because this is one of the most promising meme coin projects out there right now, and I'm going to tell you why. None of this is financial advice, but let's dive into the video. So as we can see here on Crypto Daily, a very prominent and successful mainstream crypto news site, we can see that they're saying the best crypto pre-sale to buy now is Solaxy, BTC Bull Token, and most importantly, Pepedu. And among the top picks to watch and hold through 2025. So yes, the fact that Pepedu is basically the main one on this list is fantastic, and it's definitely something that should be on your radar as well, guys. Because it's not just about narrative and a powerful story here, it is really about the real world utility and the potential ROI you can get if this thing decides to explode. And as of right now, we can actually go over to their Twitter here and we can actually see this post. We can see that yes, they have announced that listing applications in the Pepedu Exchange are being viewed by a dedicated team. What does this mean? Well, it basically means that they're fulfilling their promise and they will actually be launching their own exchange here to help support the coin and the ecosystem surrounding this coin. But what else is there to do with this coin? Well, we can see here they've raised $5 million so far in this pre-sale, and the current price is 0.60 and 125. If you're going to ask me for a prediction just based on my experience with all these pre-sales, guys, what I will say is I think this could do potentially a 10x, maybe even 100x, or if it wants to compete with PEPE itself, which I do think it has a good chance of doing, and I'll explain why in a minute, there is the potential for 1000x here. Okay, so if you want to get in now, definitely consider it. All you got to do is connect your wallet, make sure you have money in your wallet that you've connected, of course, and then, yes, obviously use Ethereum, USDT, or BNB, and then type in how much you want to buy with, and then boom, you're going to see how much Pepedu you're going to get, and then from that point, you can buy and stake, or you can just buy and hold. But we can see here, if you were to stake, bang, you would make basically 300% APY over the year that they're going to be staking. That's going to be fantastic. And we can see here as well, in terms of virality, in terms of PR, these guys are literally everywhere right now. Got Coinpedia, Binance, the Crypto Times, Crypto Potato, and a bunch of influencers are also covering these guys as well. So lots of virality surrounding this project. We're talking about the narrative here. They've positioned themselves as the god of frogs. What does that mean? Basically, you got Pepe, you got the different variations of Pepe, and then you have Pepedu, which is positioned at the top, being the god. And that, in the community space, in the meme coin Twitter space, X space, this is going to be something that's quite powerful for the longevity of this project. But it's not just about narrative. I'm more on the utility side for most of the projects I look at, and we can see here these guys will be doing an exchange, they'll be doing a swapping platform, and they'll be doing a cross-chain bridge. So they're basically covering three massive pillars in crypto, and the fact that they've already raised 5 million is going to be huge for this project and populating these platforms that they're going to be making. Now, in terms of security, they do have multiple audits, one being CoinSalt, a very reputable auditing company. We can see that these guys actually have had no issues with this audit, passed it with flying colors, and as a pre-sale, this is actually quite rare to do. So fantastic stuff from Pepedu, just another criteria tick box coming through. Now, if we're looking at the socials, we can see 17.7k followers and massive engagement on a lot of their tweets. So you can see 6.7k impressions, 114 likes, 28 retweets, and 44 comments on this post alone. And that's obviously the post about their exchange. But as well as that, the quality of these memes, the quality of the animations we can see is very, very high, like pretty top tier animations from these guys coming out, and I think that is fantastic. In terms of tokenomics here, guys, I think it's important when you're doing tokenomics to actually have most of your coin supply going to your community and distributed out across the world. It's going to help adoption, it's going to help distribution, going to help decentralization. And the fact that these guys have 12% for liquidity going onto the DEX, 30% for staking, which will go to the people that stake the token, and then 30% for the pre-sale, which is available to buy right now. I mean, that in total is 72.5% all going to the community. So again, distribution, decentralization, longevity is massive for Pepedu right now. And that is exactly why they've raised 5 million. It's still pretty early, guys. You should definitely consider getting in like I have here, guys, because this is going to be something that I think will be huge, and it's going to set this token apart from the other Pepe variations out there, because the utility behind this is fantastic. The staking is fantastic, and the security and the auditing is, well, really, really good. And a plus to that is the narrative being the god of frogs. So good stuff from Pepedu. So that is going to be it for this video. Definitely check this out in the description. Consider picking some up, guys. Sweat with me if you want. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out and goodbye.